This is our first video of this series, and in this video we are going to set up our screen and add a player. So let's start. So we will first import Turtle because we are going to make a game which is a two-player game in Turtle module, and then I would like to set up the screen. So my screen will be, I will call my screen as WN. I will give it a title name as two player game, and then I will set up its height and width, which is going to be 1366, 768, which is the full screen of my PC, and you can adjust it according to you if you want to. wn dot tracer, this is an attribute which makes sure that animation speed is the fastest. BGO, I'm sorry, it's not in this part. Okay, so this is our screen, and let's see what it looks like. And wait a minute. Yes, this is our screen. Okay, I have forgotten one thing, which is the background color. Now it was showing me white, the full screen was white. Now I want that my full screen should be black, so I will add wn.bg color to black, and then I will run it. Wait for a minute. Yeah, so here is our black screen. Now I want to add player to my game. Call it ship, which is equal to turtle dot turtle, so it will give me a turtle value. Now we want to add a color, a shape, and the speed to our ship. So let's say the speed of a ship will be 0. This is not the speed of a ship, this is the animation speed of a ship. Okay, and let the shape be triangle. Triangle is like a spaceship, so let the color be blue. Blue is my favorite color. Ship.penApp, this is because we don't want to see lines when we play the game. Ship.go to 0, -300. 0 means we will show the x coordinate of a ship, and -300 shows the y coordinate. So our ship will go to x and y. So x is 0 and y is -300. So our ship will be somewhere over here. Now I would like to declare a new attribute which I will call ship.direction, which is stop. So our ship is going to be in a stop state right now. It's not going to move left or right, it's just still on its place. And more, I would like to add two more values, which is ship.x coordinate. Q is equal to p is equal to ship.x coordinate. So p holds the value of the x coordinate of the ship. So here it is 0. Q is equal to ship dot y coordinate. Okay, so q holds the value of the y coordinate of the ship. We will need this later on, so let me just show you now what to do. Now when I run the program, it's going to show me only the screen, not the ship. This is because we have just declared that ship and we are not updating our screen. So for that we need to add this while true. So while true, our screen needs to be updated. So now when I run the program, I must see a black screen and a spaceship or player 1 on the bottom. Wait for a minute. Yeah, so here it is. This is a black screen and here is a player 1. So now let's just add player 2 also. Yeah. So now our player 1 is SHIP, everything is small, and I want that player 2 should be everything capital. So here I would like to make this all capital. Ship is equal to total, and then I will just copy this and paste over here. So I rewrite small capital SHIP to capital, small alphabet to big alphabet. And what else? Yes, P is equal to ship dot x coordinate. If you are not understanding why I am doing this, just wait for a minute. We will come to this point again. Yeah. So, and I want that my ship player 2 should not go down. Okay, so this is going to be positive. Positive, and I want it of red color. Yeah. See what we have got. I'm sorry about the lag. It's taking a bit more time. Yeah, so now it will be on the here we have our two players. This is player 1 and this is player 2. So till now we have just done the representation of what we have want. This is the player are not moving and there is nothing on our screen except these two. So now let me just clarify some things. I would like to comment that this is player 1 and player 2 so that I can understand it better. Player 1, and after this capital SHIP to player 2. Yeah, so now I want that my players should move. So now I will make here a function which is going to be go left. Now this is everything in small case. Okay, the G over here is small case, and I'm considering it as for player 1, which is small ship, and this will set to ship dot direction is equal to left. So now you might have come to know what we are going to do. I have declared here that the direction of the ship is going to be stop, and a function, when we call the function, we will set the direction of the ship to left. So now we will make a small code so that a ship moves toward left. But before that, let me add some more functions. Is go, right, only these two, and this will set the ship dot direction to right. And also for the player 2 I will make it capital G. Oh, okay, so this is in uppercase G. Go left, which will set the player 2, which is uppercase ship direction to left. And I will add one more function, which is uppercase G and O to go right, which will set the ship direction to right. Yeah, so here we have 4 functions, 2 of which are for ship 1 and 2 of which are for ship 2. So now let me just comment this so that it is easy for me. I will name this as movement of bullets. Sorry, not bullets right now, it's movement of players. Okay, that this whatever I have written should happen, obviously. So now I will make a function def move, okay, which is going to be the actual function which will make up ships movement. Okay, just let it be movement def move. So if ship dot direction is equal to left, yeah, we have both 2 is equal to sign because this is for comparing. Okay, this is for comparing whether or not x is equal to, we have declared a variable x which is going to be ship dot x coordinate, and it will now I will like to set the direction. So ship dot set x, so it will set the direction of the ship to x minus 0.75. Okay, so now let me explain you what I have done. Now when I press the button and I call the function go left, okay, when I press the left arrow key or A in my case, I will call the function go left, which will set my direction of the ship to left. And I'm going to call this function move in a while true loop. So while true, if direction of the ship is left, then consider x is equal to ship dot x coordinate, and then the set the speed of the ship to x minus 0.75. So ship dot x coordinate minus 0.75, and same for the right. So if ship dot direction is equal to right, x is equal to ship dot x coordinate, and ship dot set x to x plus 0.75. So now this is just the inverse of what I have done for left. It will make the ship move towards right. X minus 0.75 means it will go in the negative direction, as we have a minus sign, and plus sign indicates that it will go to positive direction, so in the positive x coordinate. Now let me do it same for the player 2. Okay, so I will just copy this, and then I would make some changes. So it will be uppercase M for move, and here it will be ship, everything in uppercase. Ship. Okay, so this is for the player 2. Okay, yeah. Now will not make us make our shape move towards left or right, because we are just declaring what we have to do. We are not calling the function anywhere. We are just calling these two functions, but these two functions will only work if we call these functions, because it will set our ship's direction to left, right. Okay, so for that, let me add here one more section, which is control our ship. So I would like to add this command, which is wn.listen and wn.onKeyPress. Okay, so on key press A, go left. So when I press the A key, A alphabet, it will run the go left function. Then it will set the direction of the ship to left. And as we have here move function in the while true loop, so while true, if the ship direction is equal to left, when we press A, it will become ship dot direction is equal to left. So if it is left, x dot ship dot x coordinate, x is equal to ship dot x coordinate, and ship dot set x to x minus 0.75. So it will move our ship to left, and this for the right. Okay, so now let me make it for the right. On key press, go right when I press D, A and D. And for player 2, on key press, okay, let me copy this. It's Control C, Control V, on key press. So here it is capital G, here also, and let me make this 4 and here 6. So this 4 and 6 are not are for the numbers in the calculation section of a keyboard. Okay, so now let's see what we have. Okay, so here now we have our 2 players. So now let me press the button and see what happens. Okay, so when I press the buttons A, D, 4 and 6, nothing happens. So let's see why. Okay, it's a small error. Turtle object has no attribute direction. Okay, it should be direction. So here it is direction, and also here direction. It is very silly mistakes. So whenever you get some errors, make sure that we have correct spellings. Yeah, so now let's just check. Yes, so when I press A, my player 1 moves towards left, and when I press D, my player 1 moves towards right. And this is not happening for yes it is 4 and 6. Okay, so now we want to add bullets to our ship. So Okay, we will do it in the next part. So for this part, this is only this much, the part 1, which was setting up the window and adding players. So we have set up the window and we have added 2 players which can move. So see you in the next lecture. Hello everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel Tejas vs Python. Today in this second part of our series of our first game, we are going to make our players fire the bullets. So first let me see what we have. Here we have a player 1 and player 2, and which are just moving right now, but they are not firing bullets on each other. So first of all, we will make a new section over here. We will call it player 1 weapons. Okay, and then we will define a bullet. A bullet is going to be a turtle, so turtle dot turtle, and then bullet dot speed 0, bullet dot shape will be let it be circle, bullet dot color, let it be white, bullet dot pen up, because I don't want my bullet to draw lines, bullet dot go to P, Q. Okay, so now you might have got why we made these two variables P and Q. P is ship's X coordinate and Q is ship's Y coordinate. So bullet will go to the X and Y coordinate of a ship. Then we will set the shape and size of a bullet. Shape size, which I feel this is good, 0.8, 0.8. Then we will add a new attribute which is direction as top, and we will set the bullet's heading, bullet dot set heading to 90. Okay, so let's say our shape is triangle. Okay, so it will look like a bullet, and set heading to 90 because a triangle is going to be pointing to its right side. Set heading to 90, make it points towards 90 degree. Okay, so now our triangle will be pointing upwards. Now I don't want that my bullet should show up, so I will hide my bullet. I want my bullet to show up only when I fire. So this is all about bullet, and moreover I would like to add 2 more variables, bullet speed, which is equal to 5, let's say, and bullet state, which I will say ready. Okay, and this is for the small attack. Now I want to make a bullet for the heavy attack. So let's call it bullet W. I am adding a W because this bullet will be fired when I press W. Okay, but it's just the name of a bullet. It's this that it does not have any logic over here. We have just defined a name. Then turtle dot turtle. Okay, I will just copy everything first and then let's see what to do. Let's see. B bullet W. Bullet W square and bullet W state. Let's not make it 5, let's make it 2. Direction stop. Bullet dot go to P and Q, and let's just not resize it. Let make it green, and let's make it circle. Okay, so this is our bullet of heavy attack. Now I will do same for the player 2. So I will just copy everything over here. Player Ctrl C, and then down over here player 2 weapons, and I want to make this capital. Everything should be capital B. It defines the bullet of player 2. Okay, so now let's make some changes. Let's make it yellow. And here it is capital P and capital Q, because the variables are capital P and capital Q. Set heading to, I want it 270. 270. I'm taking a 270 because 0 set heading to 0 points towards positive x-axis, set heading to 90 points towards positive y-axis, set heading to 180 will point towards negative x-axis, and set heading to 270 will point towards negative y-axis. And this is my bullet of player 2. So my player 2 is going to be here, and I want that my bullet should point over here, so that we will attack on player 1. So this is a small bullet, and for the heavy bullet I will make it white. Let it be circle. Direction stop. Set heading to no need of heading because it's circle. Bullet speed let it be 2, and bullet state ready. Okay, so now we have defined our bullets, and now let's just run the program and see what happens. Okay, so nothing is going to happen because we have hide our turtle. I can just move my bullets, or my players, and I am not able to fire this because we have not made those functions. So now we are going to define the function of our bullet, or you can say the movement of our bullet. So we'll add here a section called movement of bullets. Then I will make a function called fire. In this I'm going to bring the global bullet state state. Okay, so what this global function will do is, here you can see here, here I have made a variable called bullet states. Now whenever we make a variable outside a function, it becomes a global variable, so we can access that global variable by inserting a global in front of the variable. So now whatever changes happen to that variable will happen in this function, global bullet state. So if global bullet state, or bullet state, now I can just type bullet state over here. If bullet state is equal to ready, then bullet state set assign the bullet state to fire, and so I will make a variable, a local variable x inside this function, which one will ship dot x coordinate y is equal to ship dot y coordinate plus 10. Okay, I will explain you what I am doing over here. Then bullet dot go to x comma y, so sorry, it's outside, x comma y, and then when we have fired the bullet, it should show up. So show turtle, because above we had hide our turtle, so now it will show the turtle. So if the bullet state is ready, so let's see, yes, so yeah, if the bullet state is ready, bullet state, set the bullet state to fire, then x is equal to ship dot x coordinate and y is ship dot x coordinate plus 10. These are just variable, okay, not the values of coordinates. Coordinates are these, x coord and y coord. So we will make a variable y, and it is going to be the y coordinate of the ship plus 10, and we will make the bullet go to x comma y. So suppose if a player is over here and the bullet state is ready, then what will happen is a bullet will go to x coordinate of the ship and y coordinate plus 10 over here, and then it will show up the turtle. So then we are going to fire a bullet. Before that, I will add one more function for player 1. I will just copy everything over here, paste it, and then fire w. Let this be w. So now, and here we should make it w. Okay, so we have made these variables. This is for heavy attack. Okay, so this is going to be same as for small attack. And now for the player 2, I will make it same as this. So I will copy everything, paste it over here, and I will make it capital, and also over here. Yes, and then we will make some changes. Okay, so for the heavy bullet of, also I can say bullets of player 2, will make it as these. So now I have to edit something with bullet state. First it should be bullet state. Okay, so wherever there is small case, lowercase b, we have to make it uppercase. And this is for player 2. So our player 2 is going to be in this part or somewhere. So whenever I press the fire button, the bullet should go to x coordinate of a player 2 and minus 10 over here. So I will make it here minus, and then player 2 has uppercase S, so I'll make it capital SHIP. Or wait, we have here everything over capital SHIP. Yeah, and over here I will make it 8, because when we press the 8 button from a calculator section, it's going to fire, so it's going to be bullet 8. Yeah, minus 10. Okay, that's right. Yeah, and above over here when I've defined, I will make it 8. So now I have defined our functions that will make the bullet fire. So now in the in the move function, I'm going to add the working of the bullets, so how the bullets are going to fire. So whenever if bullet dot direction is equal to up, A is equal to bullet dot y coordinate. Okay, first let me type everything and then I will explain you. Bullet dot set okay, so if bullet dot direction is up, this is for player 1 and this is small lowercase b. So if bullet dot direction is up, A is equal to bullet dot y coordinate. Okay, so it's going to be in this line anyway, because it's the y coordinate. And bullet dot set y to A plus 1, so it will set the bullet dot y coordinate bullet to bullet dot y coordinate plus 1, so our bullet will move like this. So let's just see whether it's working. Okay, but wait, it's going to not work because we have not called this and we have not defined the on key press functions. Okay, so first let's just first make everything and then we will add the controls. So now bullet will copy this and paste it over here. So now this is going to bullet underscore w, sorry, underscore w, because it's the heavy bullet. So everything is the same like this one, and then I will copy this function if statements, paste it over here and make it capital B, capital B. And here it should be -1. Okay, so you might have got y -1 because a player 2 is over here, and whenever we press the button to fire, it should go in the negative direction. So if suppose the A is here, it should go to -1. So in the negative y axis, and also over here minus, and then we'll make it capital B, uppercase B, bullet. Yes. So let us check if whether everything is correct. I think this should be down. Bullet direction for the player 2 should be down. Yes, so down. So now we'll call the functions or controls, I should say. So I'll make one and copy rest. On key press. So when I press the key, fire function should be accessed when I press S. Okay. And fire W for heavy attack should be accessed when I press W, and then for the player 2, let's just make it fire W, no, fire capital F, and here capital F 8 when I press 8, and here 5 when I press 5, let's say. So now just run the program and see what happens. Nothing's there. F8 is not defined. Let's see. Okay, so for the player 2 we have by mistakenly made this 8, this 8, F8. So now let's run the program. Okay, so now let's check whether our players are moving. So when I press A and D, they are not moving. Let's see why. Bullet W is not defined. Okay, so B is on uppercase, that means it's of player 2. So here it should be 8 because it's going to work when we are going to press 8 in the num keyboard. Bullet 888, bullet 8, yes, here it's correct. Let's just see once again. Okay, so now I feel everything is correct. Now it should actually make a bullet fire. No, still it's not happening. Let's see why. If bullet 8 state ready, local variable bullet state reference before assignment, and then line 187. So let's just check. When you're programming, you have to handle over these situations. So here it's bullet 8 state, and here it's W. So let's just make it W. Still not in move bullet W. Okay, we have made the same error again. Typing mistakes. Where is it? This bullet should be bullet 8, bullet 8, bullet 8. Let's just see whether there are errors. No, there are no, I think so. Yes, now players are actually moving, and let's just see. Okay, so they are displaying over there, but they are not firing. So now this everything is going to be in the while true loop. Okay, so while because we are going to press the fire buttons while the game is running. So let's just make it bullet movement of bullets of player 1, and then let's add if bullet state. Okay, so this is for the small attack of player 1, it's fire. Then y is equal to bullet dot x coordinate. Okay, sorry, it's bullet dot y coordinate. Y plus equals bullet speed. Okay, just first let's just let me type everything and then I will tell you what I am doing. Bullet dot set y to y. So as you can see here, if bullet state is ready, bullet state becomes fire, and then we show the turtles or show the bullets plus 10 to the y coordinate of the ship. So whenever we press those button, it will appear first, and now when it has appeared, y will be bullet dot y coordinate and y will be plus equals, and okay, so just let me explain you what is this. So y will become y plus bullet speed. Okay, so here y is bullet dot y coordinate, and now y will become bullet dot y coordinate because this is y plus bullet speed. So it has the same meaning as bullet plus equals bullet speed. So it will add the bullet speed to bullet dot y coordinate, and then it will set the bullet to y. So just let us let's just run the program and see what happens. So when I press S, you saw the bullet went and it's just went off the screen. Okay, so first just let me make everything for all our bullets, but before that let us add one more if statement. If the bullet, small bullet, okay, that y coordinate becomes greater than 330, so 330 is going to be somewhere over here. Okay, this is whole is 768, so just see, let us just see. Then bullet dot hide turtle and bullet state becomes ready. So what will happen is, when a bullet will go above 330 pixels from origin, we will hide the bullet and then we'll be setting the bullet state to ready. Okay, so then it will, if it's in the fire, so when we will press S, it will access this fire function. Then as the global bullet state we have set to ready, if it's ready it's going to be fire, and then it will come back to the x coordinate of the ship and y plus 10 coordinate of the ship. So let's just see. Yeah, so see this, now our bullet is going above 330, here is 330, so we will hiding the bullet and then the bullet state is going to be again to ready, so it will come over here. Okay, so now we will do it same for the heavy attack. Heavy attack at bullet underscore W. So now I hope I don't make any mistakes anymore. everything bullet W. Yeah, so now let's just make it for player 2, so I'll copy this. Okay, sorry, just enter, then bullets for player 2. So now here is capital. Okay, so now let's see. First I am making the changes in the bullets. So bullet state. Okay, so just wait for a minute. Here is 8. Okay, 8 8 8 B. Okay, so here is the small attack of the bullet, capital B, and 8 also, underscore 8. So now this is for player 2. So when the bullet state is fire, y is equal to bullet dot y coordinate, and here it should be minus. Okay, because we want that a bullet should go downwards towards minus x-axis, and if it's less than 330, or I should say less than minus 330, because here is 0 and here somewhere will be minus 330. So if it becomes less than minus 330, and then we will hide the turtle, and then the bullet state becomes ready. So same, we will do the same over here, minus equals, and over here I will making less than minus 330. Okay, so let's just run the program and see what we have made. Here are our 2 players, they can move, S, W, yes. So now we can fire, and let's just check for player 2. Yes, we can fire. Okay, but a bullet a heavy attack is not happening again. Let's just see why. Bullet 8, if bullet 8 becomes less than minus 330, okay, everything is same. Bullet 8 high turtle, bullet 8. Okay, so here we have not defined what is bullet 8. It becomes ready. So I'll just check it again. W, okay, yes. So as you can see now, their players are firing on each other. So now what we are going to do is we are going to check for collision. So when I fire the bullet and it hits the player 2, if I am player 1 and I fire bullet on player 2, it should hit the player 2 and player 2's health should decrease. So let's just make a small code for that. So we are going to add some code for that over here. Okay, so it's just a small code. We are going to add a section over here which will call it writings. Okay, so we are going to write on the screen writings. I will define pen is going to be a turtle. Speed of pen will be speed. Let's just do it in the next lecture. For this part only this much. So let's just see once again what we have. Here it's player 1 and we can fire on each other, but we can just fire, not everything for health. So see you in the next lecture. Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel Tejas vs Python. This is the third part of our series, and today we are going to set up the health and add collision feature in our game. So let's start. So let us first add a section and name it as writings, because we are going to write the health of our players. So I will use turtle module and declare a variable pen speed of speed is 0, animation speed. The shape, we can actually take any shape we want, but I am taking square. Then pen dot color, I think white will be good. Then pen dot pen up, and we want to hide our turtle, so hide turtle. Then let's write this at go to 550 comma 330. Okay, so 550 comma 330 will be somewhere over here in this region. Now when I go to 550 comma 550, I want to write health is 100. Okay, so the health of the player 2, this variable pen, which is in lowercase, is for player 2. So health of player 2 will be 100. We'll be aligning it to center. Font, let the font equal to, just wait a minute. Okay. Courier and normal. Okay, so let's see what it does. Nothing, almost nothing. Unknown font style, normal. Okay, so I've by mistakenly made it capital N, it's small n. Okay, so here you can see health is 100. Now for player 1, so I will copy the same thing, player 1, and then I will make it capital P and N. Okay, so P is in uppercase. Then I will just make some changes. It will go to minus 550 comma minus 330, so it will be over here. And then we are going to write the same thing, health and all. Okay, so this is for player 1 and player 2. Now I want to add one more pen, so let me copy this, paste over here, make it uppercase, everything in uppercase. Now pen will not write anything. Pen dot go to, let's set it 0 comma 0. Okay, so I have created one more pen which is everything in uppercase. I will tell you why we need it later on. So now let's make it try everything and wait for a minute, and then we will be making a collision function. So I'll go down over here. Okay, so let's just make it over here. Function is collision. Okay, so it will be taking two parameters. Let's just say A and B. So is collision between A and B. So A and B are two objects. distance, so distance will be equal to just let me type first everything and then I will explain you what I am doing. Okay, so what I've done here is, suppose let A be a player, let A be a bullet. So bullet, if I suppose if I fire the bullet from over here, okay, and let B be the player 2. So if player 2 is here and bullet is over here, so how can I know that it collided with the ship or not? Okay, and suppose a bullet is over here and ship is also over here, so how will I know? So what I have done is, by using Pythagoras theorem, I have calculated the distance between object A and object B. So you might have learned this in your school, Pythagoras theorem. Okay, just let me explain you in MS Paint. So now I will show you what I am talking about. So suppose this is bullet, okay, a bullet, and this is a ship. So what I have done is, I have calculated, as you can see here, a dot x coordinate minus b dot x coordinate square. So a dot x coordinate of A, this is our object A, and this is B. So the x coordinate and y coordinate I have taken. Let me show you first. This is y, okay, this is y. So what I've done is, I have square root the distance of this mine plus this. So here it forms a triangle, and this is the distance, okay, the d. This is what we want. The distance between object A and object B is the under root. You have learned this, a square plus b square equal to c square. Okay, so it's the same over here. We have to find the c, so we have just square root everything, and we have removed the square over here. So this is all about it. And distance, so if the distance is less than 15, return true, and else return false. So this is all about the collision function. So now I am going to use a collision function. So I am making a separation on naming it short. So if there is a collision between bullet and ship, so over here bullet is a small bullet of player 1, and ship means a player 2, capital SHIP. So if this collision, then bullet dot height turtle. Okay, oh, sorry, I will put it, so it should be bullet dot height turtle. Bullet state should become to ready, and let us make the bullet go back behind the player 1. So let it go to 0, minus 400 health is minus equal to 10. Okay, so just wait a minute, I forgot to add the health variable over here. So I'll be adding the health variable over here above. So health yield. Okay, and I will be adding two variables. One is health 100 and health 100. So there is a difference here over here. Here is small h and here is capital H. Okay, so health is minus equals 10. So this health variable with the capital H is for player 2. So health becomes minus equals 10. So when the bullet hits the ship, the health will decrease to 10. And now we'll clear the pen. Okay, this will clear whatever we have written already. If I don't use this function or this dot clear, okay, so what will happen is it will overwrite on that existing writings. So pen dot clear, then I will use pen dot write. So what should write is health and here it should format to health. So what this is going to do is it will fill up this space with the health variable, and now I'm going to align these to center. Then I will set the font to Courier. Okay, and size will be 15 and it will be normal. So this is for the collision when of bullet and ship, and so we have to make it for all conditions. When bullet 2 hits the ship, player 2. When bullet of player 2 hits the player 1. Okay, so let's make it. I will just copy this. I'm going to paste it over here. Now I am going to make it for bullet W, for the heavy attack. So wherever there is bullet, I am going to replace it with bullet W. Okay, and health will be, let us decrease it to minus 20. So when there is heavy attack, we will be decreasing to minus 20. Okay, so now for the player 2's bullet when they hit to player 1. Okay, so now I will be copying this one. Okay, I have wait, this should be bullet B capital, and this should be small SHIP because the bullet of the player 2 is going to hit the player 1. So let me just replace everything. State, and for the player 1 we have small h, so h will decrease to this one, and same here we have to do it same over here. But wait a minute, we have made pens for player 1 and player 2. So pen 1, this with lowercase was for player 2, and this is for player 1 it should be capital P because it's going to go over here. Okay, so it's for player 1. Now I'm going to copy this because we are going to decrease the health of the player 1, so it should be small h and all. So bullet, now bullet 8, the heavy attack. Let me just replace state, bullet 8 state, health will be same, and okay, other rest everything will be same, just here will be -20. Okay, so this is the collision for the bullets. Now let's just run the program and see what we have got. Invalid syntax, oops, I forgot to add here equal to sign. Okay, so here is a health, okay, decreased to 80. I will have to see what and why. Okay, so yeah, as you can see it is decreasing. But what it's going to happen is it's going -10. We don't want this to go in negative, so for that we have to add one thing. So that's going to be if health is equal to 10. Okay, so if health is less than equal to 0, then health becomes 0. Okay, so I will copy this for here also. This will make sure that the health does not go in negative. Here it should be small h, and also over here it should be small h. Small h and small h. And guys, we have to make a small change over here. This should be positive because it's for the player 2's ship. We don't want that a bullet should go and hit over here the player 1, so it should be positive 400. And I want to tell you that I made a small mistake over here. Let me show you. Yeah, bullet 8 go to, it should be capital P comma capital Q. Okay, this is for, because this is bullet of player 2, so it should not go to player 1, otherwise it will hit it and start with 80. The health will start with 80. So now let's just check once again. Yeah, so health starts with 100. The players are firing well. Okay, so now I want that if the small bullet hits the small bullet, it will disappear. So for that I am going to add a small line of codes over here. So it's of
collision of bullets. So collision of bullets. So if there is a collision between bullet and bullet, so small bullet of player 1 and player 2 both, then bullet dot height turtle, same for player 2, so bullet dot height turtle, bullet state should be equal to ready, and same for the player 2, bullet state should be equal to ready. Then this bullet should go to 0 comma minus 400. This is of player 1, so it should go downwards, and the bullet of player 2 should go to 0 comma 400. Okay, so let us check what happens actually. Yes, as you can see that when I fire both bullets and they hit each other, then they disappear. So I will add this code for bullet, let's say for the heavy bullets also. So it should be bullet W and bullet 8. So only that we have to copy this and paste, replace with bullet wherever there is a small b. State, and here also bullet. Yes. So now just let us check it for the player 2 and player 1's heavy attacks. Yes, as you can see. Yeah. So it's working. I am making only this much for the collision of bullets. You can also add like the collision of small bullet and the heavy bullet of player 2. So you can show that when the heavy and small collides, then the heavy one remains and it goes on, the small one disappears. But I am making only this much. Now we are going to track our health. So let us name it health tracker. So now we are going to create two conditions. So if health is less than equal to 0, so this is for the player 1's health, then shift dot height turtle. Okay, so now we are going to declare who won the game. Shift dot height turtle, then pen dot right. Now you might have got why we created the third pen. This was for that. So pen dot right, player 1 wins. Sorry, player 1 wins. Yeah, and I want to align this to center, obviously. Font, let's make it 40. I want to declare time dot sleep. I am going to pause the time for 3 seconds for that, and then break. So it will, if the health of the player 2 becomes less than equal to 0 or 0, then it will declare that player 1 won and it will break the command. So the code will break, and as I have used your time module, I have to import time over here. So import time, and I have to do same for the player 2. So if health is less than equal to 0, the pen should write player 2 wins. Okay, that's it. We have done with all the code, and now let us run the program. Okay, so see over here what happened. Player 2 wins, health of player 1 becomes 0. So that was it. Okay, you can also add many features in this game, like you can add a shield. When you press X on the keyboard, then a shield will appear, and then the bullet will be dodged, and so like. Okay, so this was for this lecture. We created a game, a working 2-player game. Now in the next lecture we are going to add graphics to our game. Till that, goodbye and good luck. Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel Tejas vs Python. Today this is the last part of a series, and this is the 4th part in which we are going to add graphics to our game. Okay, so we are going to add graphics. So I have created so first let me show you what our game looks like. Okay, so our game look like this, but it does not look like a game. Okay, like a real game. It does not have a graphics, and the bullets does not look like a bullets. Our spaceships do not look like a ship. So today in this lecture we are going to add graphics. Okay, so first I would like to tell you that to add graphics you have to register them. So turtle dot register shape and so I'm going to register a shape which is destroyer dot gif. Okay, so this is a gif format file, image I should say. So let me just first type everything and then I will show you. Let me change this to carrier. Okay, so these are just the name of a shape. Bullet S, when we print the bullet S, small bullet, this is going to be bullet 5, then bullet, okay wait, this should be capital, bullet W, and then bullet 8. So here I have registered all the shape. So these are just image of the bullets in my folder. Okay, I will show you how they will look like, but first I have just registered the shape and we have to add the shape to the respective objects. So for ship, the ship.shape, I'm going to add here ship.shape as destroyer .gis, destroyer real.gif. Okay, make sure that your image is in GIF format because Python supports only GIF files. Okay, so now then I'm going to change the shape to bullet s.gif because it will appear when it waves bullet s, and this will be bullet w.gif. This is career.gif. Bullet, this one will be bullet fi.gif. This one will be bullet 8.gif. Okay, bullet 8.gif. So let me check once. Okay, so let's save this and run the program. Okay, wait a minute, what happened? Yeah, so here is our ship, spaceship 1 and 2, and you can see the bullets they are firing. Now I want to add a background to our game. So it's very easy to add background to our game. Just you have to do is you have to add a line dot w.bg pic background picture, which I want as background dot gif. Okay, so now let's just see how a game looks. Okay, so now we have a game which looks like a game. Bullets, you can see red bullet, here is a blue bullet for the player 2, this is the heavy attack. Okay, and it works fine as well. Yeah, so now I want to tell you that this bgpic.gif, I have saved this file in the same folder where my Python file is located. So okay, so let me show you. Okay, yeah, so here it is. This is a background picture which I have set as make sure the dimension is legit to your screen. Okay, my dimensions are 1360 comma 768, so it is approximately equal to the whole screen. The dimension of this is 35 into 65 pixel. Okay, so you have to take dimensions something sensible for the bullet. Okay, so just make sure this is 50 by 70, this is also 55 by 70. Okay, so here I have located these files in the same folder where my Python file is located. Okay, so if you locate these somewhere else, then you have to specify the location. So better you locate them in the same folder where your Python file is located. So this was a game, and thank you for your support, and I hope you make the game very good. Okay, if you want the script, then you can comment, and if you want the graphics, then you can also comment for that in the comment section. Till that, goodbye, good luck.